For decades, Area 51 was a name whispered in late-night conversations, buried in conspiracy theories, and dismissed by officials with a smile that never reached their eyes. But what if the truth was darker than anyone ever imagined? In 1989, a young technician named Daniel Keene was recruited by the U.S. Air Force to work on what they called advanced propulsion systems. He was told he'd be working on reverse engineering foreign aircraft technology. What he wasn't told was that the aircraft wasn't Russian, Chinese, or even human. Daniel's clearance was higher than top secret. Every morning he was blindfolded and driven 40 minutes into the Nevada desert from a remote dormitory. When the blindfold came off, he stood in front of Hangar 18, a steel giant with no windows and walls thicker than any bunker he had ever seen. Inside was Object A9, a smooth metallic disc about 40 feet wide, hovering silently 2 feet off the ground. It didn't make a sound. No wires, no engines, no explanation. But it wasn't the ship that haunted Daniel the most. It was what was inside. In week 3, Daniel was granted access to sub-level 4, where the biological compartment was held. There, floating in a tall glass tube filled with blue fluid, was a humanoid creature, about 4 feet tall, with gray skin, elongated arms, and solid black eyes that stared blankly ahead. One night, Daniel and 2 other engineers were asked to perform diagnostics on a panel inside the ship. The moment Daniel touched the controls, something strange happened. The ship responded, not to buttons, but to his thoughts. He felt a surge of memories, visions, stars he'd never seen before, symbols that pulsed like a heartbeat, and voices in a language he somehow understood. It wasn't technology, it was alive. That same night, the creature in the tube opened its eyes. Alarms blared. Security rushed in. But the creature didn't attack. It communicated directly into their minds. We did not crash. We were brought here. Trapped. The war you fear has already begun. Before Daniel could make sense of the message, he was sedated. When he woke up, he was back in his dormitory. His memory was fragmented, but the feeling remained, like a nightmare, half remembered, half real. The next morning, Daniel tried to tell his supervisor. By nightfall, he had vanished. His belongings were gone. His name was erased from records. They said he resigned. They said he moved away. But a few years later, a blurry video appeared online, showing a man, pale and thin, speaking from an undisclosed location. He claimed to be Daniel Keene, and he had one warning. They're not keeping aliens out. They're keeping something in. Then the video cut off. It was never found again. Today, Area 51 still stands. Its fences stronger, its airspace tighter. People laugh off the theories, call them science fiction, but every so often, a strange light cuts across the Nevada sky. And those who see it feel the same thing Daniel once felt. A message in the dark, waiting to be heard.